All right, San Antonio.
Okay, Phoenix, what are we doing?
Okay, Phoenix. Okay, San Antonio. Okay, road tripping live. Welcome into it. We are in the middle of the fourth quarter from Austin, Texas. Eh?
Hey, if y'all never been to Austin, Texas, good googly moogly. It is.
Good
Hey,
what?
good googly moogly. Hey, I don't know about Vegas, but there are certain places, certain cities that are better than Vegas in America. Texas during a Texas football game. Austin during a Texas football game, cracking as adults. As adults, it's a great time. New York, Monday through Sunday, any day, every day is my jam. And then you get Toronto, Chicago, summertime, go catch a Cubs game. Right? What? Okay. Dallas, Hinton. Don't let me give you don't let me start off with all the secrets. Phoenix, waste management. Don't need to go to Vegas. Don't worry about it. Go to sporting events are the thing of the future. We're in this era now.
Welcome to it, and welcome to Channing's TED Talk. Wow. Channing Frye, Kendrick Perkins, I'm Allie Clifton. Feel free to chime in. Chat will be here for a little bit. And we're not just going to talk about this game because I feel like you guys feel a little spicy about other things going on. However, we do have a game going on.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I think the television is slower than NBA courtside. Yes, it is. By about 45 seconds. So the game is actually a 5-point game right now versus what I'm watching on television, which is 8. 98-93. Yes, San Antonio. The biggest news, though, out of San Antonio, the news regarding Victor Wembanyama and the blood clot in his shoulder. I think before you even dive into anything sports-related, basketball-related, guys, health, the number one concern, the most important. And I can't imagine, obviously, this coming after he returned from the All-Star break, finding this out, the blood thinning medication he now has to be on. There's optimism that he will make a full healthy recovery for the start of next season. But just to kind of absorb all of this news as it came down, like what's kind of been going through your mind in regards to Wemby? Perk, we can start with you.
Well, one, hope that he gets better, right? I mean, not just for the future that he has, because it's so bright. I call him Lil Wayne. Is no ceiling when it comes down to Victor Wembanyama and his future, but just overall as a human being. You think of blood clots, it's like when you come out of surgery or have surgery for something, the first thing they tell you is like, we don't want you to catch blood clots. So you got to make sure you stay on top of your doctor's visits so they can keep you updated, whether you're in a cast or a knee brace or whatever, because they want you to get the motion back. First thing came to mind was like, well, damn, do blood clots just happen to tall people? Seriously, I'm not
I know, but
you think about it.
There's none. I mean, there was not Kevin Duckworth, but somebody here in Portland died of a blood clot, and he had a regular knee surgery.
Brandon Ingram dealt with this.
But
Jerome Kersey. Remember, Chris Bosh had one.
Yeah,
Chandler had one. A lot
Christian
of them
Coloco.
And that's why I'm asking, because it's just like it was like, damn, out of nowhere, where did this come from? We just saw him balling, playing his heart out in the All-Star game. Like, how do you have these signs? Like, what are the signs to tell you that you have a blood clot? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was in his shoulder, so
but his signs were the signs that I saw were he was fatigued, feeling very tired lately. So they did some tests, like shortness of breath, etc.
Really?
So I don't think they didn't know going in. They just knew that they needed to do some tests. That's what I had read. Yeah.
See, that's why I don't skip my doctor's visits. Seriously, I don't. I really don't. Shannon, don't you say nothing, man.
No,
serious.
Dude,
I don't skip.
Hey, I wear this on purpose, so I send this to my doctor all the time.
Let everyone know what that is. Oh, maybe we need Whoop to back us.
Right.
It's a Whoop. So he'd be like, yo, your resting heart rate is too high. I don't care. He goes, I don't care about your weight because your weight is going to go up and down, but you just got to be Damn, who is jumping upstairs? Kids, man. Damn kids. But dude, he was just like me. You got to work yourself in shape. So I finally got my Peloton. I'm trying to get 100 miles a week. So I've had it 2.5 days. I'm on 35 miles. So
damn,
I'm just trying to be consistent. But Wemby, man, as anybody else, I think me personally, I felt like, damn, man, like I can't imagine, because somebody in his family is looking up WebMD. Right? Somebody is American. They're looking at WebMD. And they're looking at all the negative things that can come from this. So for me, I'm glad that they're shutting him down for the season. Now everyone's going to say about a draft pick, fuck a draft pick. Because there's no draft pick you can get in the next 10 years that's going to be better or more impactful than Wemby. So I don't think you're going to shut him down just for Cooper Flag. Now Cooper Flag is good, but to me, Wemby's health, he's had great knees, he's had great ankles, he's had great hips, his back doesn't hurt. All these things that we are saying, oh, maybe because he's so tall, he's taking care of all that.
But
this stuff happens, and you just got to take care of it.
Last thing, the reason that those things hadn't happened or won't happen to him, I won't say won't, but the reason why he's been playing injury-free is because he works his ass off.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Like people laugh at those clips that come out on social media when he be having the bands and he be doing the stretches. But hey, listen, you know how many strength and conditioning guys around the league be chasing people in the locker room to try to get them to do those on a day-to-day basis?
So true.
I used to run from that shit. Like I ain't doing no fucking. They call them correctives, right?
Yeah, correctives. Dog, I used to love the correctives.
Like, yeah, but Wemby be on them correctives.
Hey, he's bringing a book to the All-Star game. We talked about it.
Well, I mean, he just committed to his craft. So, my last little thing, then we'll move on. Please take care of yourself, Wemby. Please get healthy. The NBA needs you. Yep. You're amazing. And then I personally will always be a Wemby fan. And then my son now has damn near 6 posters of Wemby. He wanted his jersey for Christmas. Like, he watches Wemby religiously. Like, he is the next generation, guys, where kids go, oh, I like this dude. He reads books. He's a nerd, and he loves basketball. Like, it's awesome. So
he's not a fucking nerd.
Oh, he's a nerd. Oh, he's a nerd.
No.
He's a basketball nerd. He's a basketball nerd.
No.
He's a nerd. He's a nerd.
Wemby is a fucking gangster.
No, there's nothing gangster. Look at his arms. No, you can't be a gangster with arms like a scarecrow.
Real.
But I'm going to be kind of, ADD here. Somebody said on the chat, there's only a couple. Can we talk about the Sixers for a sec? Can they blow it up for real? Absolutely not. I asked this question to an NBA ex-GM 3 weeks ago about Joel Embiid's contract, PG's contract. You know what those contracts are? Nuclear bombs where somebody has their hand on the thumb, on the lighter, on the clicker. You cannot get anything for either one of those contracts. Joel Embiid got 4 years. How many does Paul George have? 4 years? Stop it.
Think about what you just said. Think about what you just said. We're talking about a guy that just fucking won the MVP 2 years ago. We're talking about a guy that led the league in scoring in Joel Embiid. And you're sitting up here telling me that a league executive said basically is no trade value for this man.
Zero.
This guy. But you know what's crazy? Let me have a moment. Please. You know what's fucking crazy? Is that last year, around March, late March, early April, when they was like, oh yeah, Joel Embiid, he's going to return. Guess what? The big dumb motherfucker right here said, hey y'all, how about shutting Joel Embiid down for the season? Remember that? And I was called everything under the sun. Perk, you don't know what you're talking about? What? That's the reactions that I got. Not on here, but those were the reactions I got while I was at work. And I said, hey, how about shutting them down, get a plan in place, and go through this. That way he could start the season healthy and be able to have a legit run. All of a sudden, he comes back. We saw throughout the course of the playoffs, we had those moments where we was like, oh, shit, what happened, right? Then he goes to the Olympics. We doing our thing on here during the Olympics. We like, what the hell wrong with Joel Embiid? Okay, he looked good here. Okay, he look out of shape. Okay, he finally picked it up. Started the season come. No Joel Embiid. We're still past the halfway mark. He's probably played less than 20 games. So again, now he comes out to Lisa Salters and he tells her, yeah, it's possible I might need to have surgery. Oh, wow.
You think? You think?
So now, and I don't say this for bragging rights, I don't believe that Joel Embiid will be healthy again for the rest of his career. I just believe it's one of those situations.
Hey, big baby. Big baby.
Hey, Perkins. I've been calling you Perkins on the text chain. I'm going to call you Perkins in front of everybody. I think personally he's done. When you see him, now hear me out. I don't want him to be done. When he does a move, he can't stop his leg with the brace and all. Do you see him fall? When he does a move and he has to like twist or turn, he just falls down. He's like a baby deer on ice.
Do you think Joel Embiid is done playing NBA basketball?
Joel Embiid at this point, if you look at him play, honestly, outside of his skill, he cannot score unless somebody messes up. He's not rolling to the hoop, getting lobs. He's not running the court. He is so effing talented. Hear me out. He is so effing talented. Even on one leg, he's gonna give you 20 and 10. Because he's gonna just do this, boom. Hey, give me the ball, catch. He's gonna jab step somebody. They're gonna go for it. He's big enough. 1, 2, underneath. He goes to the free throw line. He's exhausted. He's gonna and then he's gonna shoot his free throw. He's gonna go back, and then he's gonna do shit all on defense. He's done, Allie.
Big Baby Sports says, do you think Joel Embiid should ask out of Philly and start fresh?
So what that's gonna do? What is that gonna do?
Who's taking him? Who's taking him?
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I believe
his leg is like a hot Twizzler. You ever had candy in the sun? That's what his leg looks like. That's what his leg looks like. Hot candy in the sun.
Listen.
He gotta get strength in that up. He gotta take that shit up.
No one is taking Joel Embiid.
No.
And it's crazy because Daryl Morey constantly goes public lying, telling lies. Oh yeah, we believe, Joel is still our franchise. No, he's not.
Stop it. No, he's not.
No, he's not. That's Tyrese Maxey. What you're doing, Daryl Morey, is trying to justify and ratify that you gave him this contract. And so you don't want to look bad. So you got to say, oh, yeah, he's our guy. No, he's not your guy. Tyrese Maxey. And that's okay because that's the reason that you brought in Paul George. You brought in Paul George because you was like, you know what? We don't really know about Joel Embiid. And by the way, shout out to Philadelphia 76ers because they do a great job of keeping secrets because we don't know what the hell going on around us. Seriously. Shannon, we really don't fully know what is going on with Joel Embiid's knee. We don't know if it's cartilage. We don't know if it's something on his meniscus. He got
that KG NDA.
No, but I'm saying KG, we don't know.
Knew. KG's like, hey, I had to get a surgery. It's a cleanup. You're like, damn, why is that break? What do you do?
Right. They're also 11 in the Eastern Conference. They're like 2-8 in their last 10. But Joel is averaging 25, 9, and 5.
He's gonna do that, Allie.
That's what I'm saying.
I just struggle to think that he's done.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him?
Hold on.
I have.
There's a big difference between what you see and then what their numbers are. Too many people look at box scores, watch him play, Allie, and you go, he can't do this. And then more surgeries. I don't know how many surgeries this dude has had in the last 4 years. How many times do you need to cut your knee open and fix things that are wrong? That doesn't equate.
Kawhi keeps doing it.
Kawhi what? Who?
Kawhi keeps doing it.
Oh, the fourth best dude on the Clippers?
You said Joel is done. I didn't say that.
The idea of Joel Embiid as an MVP. The idea of Joel Embiid as this dominant player running his team is done. The team isn't his. Just guys, not everybody is LeBron. We've had great years. He was an MVP. He struggled since he was 17 years old with injuries. And we're trying to make him this longevity guy.
We're not. No, you're wrong. We're not. Listen, we're not trying to
because now this has turned into a different. I'm getting fired up inside about.
Hey, but look, we're not trying to make him play as many years as LeBron. We just want to see him play and be healthy in his fucking prime. That's it. Well, he's in the middle of his prime.
Take a whole year off and go to Germany, because remember the other players went to Germany that got him a couple extra years.
Let's touch in on this game. Let's touch in on this game.
I don't know what that shot is, but pew, pew, pew.
It's 105-98. San Antonio is leading. What's going on with Phoenix? 105-98.
It's over.
6
I
minutes.
love Phoenix. I'm a Phoenician. It's over. They don't even Devin Booker was 0 for 5, had not made a basket. Come on, brother. What we doing? Let's have a conversation.
Another team that lies. No, for real. They tell, like, to say they have so many real individuals on there, they tell a lot of lies, because there's no way you have this much talent offensively and your record says what it says.
Fair.
So people, Perk, don't jump into the lead. First of all, I didn't watch a single minute of that fucking game. I refuse to watch it. I refuse to watch Phoenix. Because I'm watching the Lakers game. I'm watching Lakers and Hornets last night, and everybody, including me, I did have something to say, was killing Big Nurkic. Nurkic looked damn good playing with LaMelo Ball and Bridges last night. He knew his role just then, and I'm sitting up here saying to myself, well, what's the difference? Maybe he went to a situation when he was like, man, this is my last chance. I may be up for a payday. I'm on this young squad. I had to adjust and do some things, but I'm looking at it, and I'm saying to myself about the Suns, and I'm going to stand on this. Leaders. That's what they're lacking. Mm-hmm. That's why he wanted Jimmy. But by the way, I still owe you something on them damn. When the wine get here, I'll pay the invoice. Okay. Anyway, Jimmy. This is why they wanted Jimmy.
It's coming quick.
This is why they wanted Jimmy Butler. They wanted Jimmy Butler because that locker room is lacking leadership. And don't come telling me anything about that's not who KD is. That's a fucking lie. Because you know why? I saw KD when Russell Westbrook went out and he won his MVP. I saw KD take his level of leadership to a whole nother level. I saw him making Serge Ibaka better in the pick and roll, pick and pop game. I saw him, he made me better. Thabo Cephalosha. So I saw Kevin Durant rise to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave it at that. I told myself I wasn't going to speak on the Suns no more. It's like beating a dead horse. For real, what are we talking about? We already know.
I just think, here's the thing is they honestly, when you get a new owner, I've seen this for 20 years. I got drafted in 05, so it's been 20 years, Perk. You're longer than me.
That's how long it's been?
Yeah, dog. What year did you get drafted? 03, 04?
Yeah, 03.
Right.
So that means I'm your OG.
No. We ain't OG in nothing. We ain't OG in nothing. Listen, I don't think that KD doesn't give a F. I don't think KD has a level 8, 9, and 10 to give to the Suns. He's just that old. And guess what, guys? KD has not had an 8, 9, and 10. He didn't have an 8, 9, and 10 for the Nets. And let's be real, he didn't have an 8, 9, and 10. The last time we've seen KD, and you can argue with me, the last time we saw KD go 8, 9, 10, which means he's doing shit that we have never seen, is when he was in OKC and all that pressure of him being the man was on himself. On the Nets, everybody was hurt. So that's free money. You're like, man, if we lose, it ain't my fault. If I go to Golden State, if we lose, it ain't my fault.
That's not true. That's
hear
not
me
true.
Out. Just hear me out. KD is so good. His 7 is everybody else's 11, right? In the NBA Finals, which I played against KD in the NBA Finals, KD did not do anything outside of what KD does. He is that good. Now, that's what I'm trying to tell you. He is that good that he just played his game. I wasn't like, oh man, here goes KD.
Have to do anything outside of KD. He had 3 guys named Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. Like what?
That's what I'm trying to say. He's not. When's the last time it was OKC, Perk? You're telling me about all these things he was doing. He is that. He does have that. He's never had to do that since OKC, and he realized maybe that's too much.
He has.
Where?
I mean, in Golden State, he was challenged. He was challenged,
and then he left.
Okay, he won 2 rings. Look, I'm not here for this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Sorry.
Look, I'm not here for
this. We're arguing good. We're arguing greatness. We're not putting him down. We're just arguing semantics. Let's get back to the point. The point is the Suns. Booker's career has been Booker's actual career has been as a player to a team or an organization has been quite shitty. Other than NBA Finals, his career has been quite shitty.
What?
How many years did he go without making the playoffs?
Well, hold on, time out. But shitty?
As an organization, it's been shitty. It's not his fault. I'm not saying it's his fault. It's the truth.
But
what do you think, Perk? What do you think?
I mean, the Suns situation is just, listen, here's the thing, right? We don't hear much from Devin Booker, right, at all about what's going on, how he felt about Kevin Durant, being shopped around and possibly could have got traded at the trade deadline. We don't hear none of that. All we heard at the beginning of the season was Devin Booker came back from the Olympics and said, I want to try to be a better leader, right? He hasn't done that either, right? He hasn't done it at all. Leaders actually say something. Now, whether he's saying something behind the scenes, to the front office or whatever, still, leaders say something publicly. We haven't heard Devin Booker say a damn thing, right? But Devin Booker is still one of those guys who's one of the most elite, efficient scorers in the game. Maybe that's not him. But all I'm saying is this. We saw Chris Paul bring the best out of Devin Booker, and I'm going to leave it at that. We saw Chris Paul bring the best out of Devin Booker, and I'm going to leave it at that. That's what we saw. Why that can't happen now, I don't know.
All right. Fair. So as of right now, we need the Sixers to blow it up, and we need the Suns to blow it up. That's what I'm gathering for all.
Suns are done. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the superstar era is over. It's over. The superstar era is over.
Okay, wait. Shall we go to this? Because there was a topic on our text chain. There was a topic on our. Are you talking about the face of the league and what that looks like? Who that is? What's that?
Nobody wants it.
What? No, that's not true.
No, I'm sorry.
That's not true. Who playing that? Tell him turn that down. That's not true.
Hang on, Tio. I need a 20-second timeout. Burke, are you a grumpy dad?
No,
Are you a fun dad? How would you describe?
This is what I'm saying. Like, who comes down the stairs and have their phone on like it's connected to a fucking, Bluetooth? Like, dog, you're not the only person sitting down here, bro. Like, real talk. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta check some shit because they play with me too much.
I always wonder the kind of dads you guys are.
What? Dude, you know what kind of dad I am.
I know.
I'm chill.
Poor kids. You're chill. Yeah. I love it. For those of you who are tuning in, we're getting people diving into the chat. We came on for this.
I got a question.
Game.
I got a question.
Perk, but we're kind of all over the league, so throw those questions in. Perk, a grumpy panda. Perk, hilarious, man. I know he is. Okay.
So here's the thing, right? We all could say that Braun is in great shape. Braun has been balling this year. He's been doing
Thank
his
you,
thing.
Richard.
Luka is not in great shape.
Ooh.
I understand Luka is. Hey, Richard, I understand. Like, what type of dude is this, right? Like, here's the thing. I understand Luka is coming off a calf injury, but it's not that much time left in the season. We all could admit that we see Luka and his ass is out of shape. And we understand that,
He said it.
right?
He has said it.
You've been away from the game for 2 months, but we also understand that the only way you could get into basketball shape is playing the game of basketball. Yes, it's a back-to-back, but there's nowhere in hell Luka should not be. He shouldn't be playing tonight. He should be on the floor tonight.
Let me ask you this question. KD came back too soon from a calf injury, and we knew what happened.
In the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and Allie, you know when KD and I first fell out, when our friendship was a little rocky, is when I first got in the media space, right? And I was at the NBA Finals, and I pulled up on KD. He had his crib in Golden State, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, sit your ass down," because we all knew that it was more than just his calf. You remember KD reached all the way down here to his heel. The first time his calf hurt, he hit his heel. We thought there was the Achilles off the muscle. Right there, that was the sign. Right? That was the sign. We forget that Bob Myers was crying, when he was addressing that situation with KD when he tore his Achilles, because it felt like it was some pressure that was put on KD to go out there and play, and they knew damn well that he shouldn't have been out there. Luka, on the other hand, 8 months, dog. 8 months.
What do you mean 8 months?
I mean, I'm sorry, 8 weeks. 8 weeks. 8 weeks you've been out. You got to be out there. I need to see you bumping and grinding.
Not to mention, Luka sat out 42 games between Christmas and his first game back with a calf injury that he played with the Lakers. Not only that, but because of the makeup games due to the wildfires, the Lakers are playing 6 games in 8 days. Not to mention they have 17 games in the month of March. So his first back-to-back situation where his minutes restriction was just lifted, I'm okay with this game. There was also, it was said that he's not going to be out of back-to-back situations like this moving forward. But as his minutes were increased last night with that minutes restriction lifted for the first time, having played only 2 games, I just want to kind of put that into context with maybe what they're trying to do right now. I agree with you.
Thank you so much. You did a great job.
I know you don't give a damn, but there is context to an injury and the amount of games. Don't forget that the Lakers have some makeup games because of the wildfires, hence starting last night early.
Allie, it's over for y'all. What are we doing? It's over for y'all.
Someone get this guy under control. Richard, will you please?
We're not under control. We don't need to be under control. I know you work for them. I can say this.
No, it has nothing to do with that. You said everyone is over with tonight.
No. I'm saying the Lakers. It's over for y'all. It's over for y'all.
What do you mean it's over?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Luka is going to be hit or miss all season. Luka don't look swaggy like Luka. I watched that game last night. Luka don't look swaggy. Get your little bitch ass over here. Wow, he ain't doing none of that no more.
He ain't doing none of that.
He ain't doing that. So I don't
act like you played NBA basketball. Not Allie, you guys, because Perk, I don't hear you chirping at me.
Allie, I have never played a game. I have never played a game of basketball at the level of Luka Doncic. Consistently. I maybe have 1 or 2 games. And then your boy came back down to earth. I have never played a game like Luka Doncic plays a game, assist, steal, rebound, boom, boom, boom. Perk hasn't either. All right? It just ain't us. That's fine.
Shut up.
That swag, and you know it. That swag ain't there.
Of course not.
He now has to reinvent himself in a whole new situation. Just hear me out. He has to reinvent himself with his lingering injury in a whole new situation, and I give it 5 games. They're gonna be like, nah, this isn't gonna work. Just hear me out. I know where they're at in the standings. You can ask LeBron, hey, Bron, 40-year-old, come here. I need you to rev this up and get us to the playoffs in the play-in game. That's what I need. What are we doing?
So you're counting them out already. First of all, Shannon.
Okay, guys. Hey, this year so far, I have not been wrong.
Hold on.
Everything I have said.
Talking about if Austin Reeves wouldn't have had a moment last night, the Lakers would have won that game. Okay?
That's a dark statement for a real NBA team. If Austin Reeves wouldn't have got kicked off, and now he's good, but Lord have mercy. Come on now, guys. Austin Reeves?
What?
Is the pinnacle of your team?
First, Channing?
Huh? Austin Reeves is the heart and soul of your team?
No, hold on. Time out. First of all, you're taking Austin Reeves over a lot of people at the quote unquote 2 position right now. You're taking them over Paul George.
Paul George and podcast me? No, of course.
Oh, no, but it's of course. Was it
You're starting at the bottom? Now we're here. Come on.
No, I'm asking. It was of course this offseason.
Yes. Oh, I would have took Austin Reeves over Paul George this offseason. Did you watch the Clippers last year? Yes, I did.
No, I'm saying though. So Austin Reeves is an all-star caliber player right now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's not better than Norman Powell, and Norman Powell didn't even make it. Let's not argue that. He's not an all-star caliber player. He's not. We cannot say he's an all-star caliber player until he makes an all-star.
I could say whatever the hell. I could say what. Yeah, I can.
Okay, well, Tobias Harris is an all-star caliber player. I bought my cousin.
We can't do that, bro.
Yeah, we can. He averaging the same as Paul George. Paul George is an all-star caliber player.
Bro.
25, 6, and 7 over his last 6. 45% from the field is
over his last 6. So he's on a heater.
No. Austin has been at a different level.
What does he average for the year, Allie?
19. He's averaging 19 for the year.
A bad year for Jamal Murray, and we roast Jamal Murray. Come on.
He's the third option, bro.
19 is what John Morant averages.
He's one of the most efficient 2 guards in the NBA.
He is very good. He is not an all-star caliber player. Not yet.
Bro. He's averaging 19 and 6 assists, bro.
Okay, so is John Morant. Go to Beale Street and get you some barbecue.
Oh man. Okay.
How else do we feel about the Lakers? And any other conversations that have tickled your fancy?
Yeah. So look, I've been busy all day, right? Off of social media. Didn't watch no basketball. I'm just being honest. And so I get on social media and I see the clip. Matter of fact, the same clip you dropped, Allie, in the group message. Right? What's the guy name? What's the hockey analyst name for ESPN?
PK Subban.
Yeah, he just had him a moment on First Take, ripping the NBA, ripping guys who make 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, basically saying they disrespecting the fan base and going in on why you can't compare the 2 cultures to hockey and just going on this big rant. And look, to each his own, right? I have my opinions about the NBA. Some are great. A lot of it is great. A lot of it is bad, right? But I actually watch the NBA all day, every day, right? I can't give my opinion on hockey because I don't watch hockey all day, every day. Matter of fact, to be honest, and I say this respectfully, I haven't watched one hockey game this season. And it's not a disrespect to anybody, man. Shout out to the hockey players. They do their thing on the ice. Whatever they do it at a high level, better than whatever I could do. I can't even skate. My point is this. They have too many non-basketball people always going over the top with their opinions when it comes to the game of basketball. And it's like, oh, let me come on here and let me have this fucking moment real quick and let me rip into the NBA. And I'm like, correct, stop me if I'm wrong, right? Everyone's praising the new hockey format. I'm just keeping up with it. But it's a new format, right? Why? Because the old one just wasn't cutting the mustard, right? So that means that they had to switch something up. Am I wrong or right?
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that at one point, hockey was trying to figure it out, just like the NBA was trying to figure it
Hockey
out.
5 years ago was absolute garbage.
Okay,
5 years ago was garbage. I watch
okay,
hockey.
but
I think
hockey
is great.
By the way,
hockey,
Braun's losing his shit right now in this
Who?
game. Braun.
Who?
As you're speaking, Braun.
Yeah, because guess what? The Blazers, bing, bing,
He's
bing.
got 38. As you're talking,
Go ahead.
He always give Portland that work. I don't know what it is about Portland.
he does. He has a top 5 scoring average against them all time.
Real talk.
Does
So
it really? Hey, Portland. Portland be here.
The problem I have is like the last part of what he said on First Take on the clip that I saw was like, if you're not doing what Kobe and Mike done, then I don't respect you. You don't have my respect. And I'm like, what? So Steph Curry don't have your respect? LeBron James doesn't have your respect? Jokic doesn't have your respect? Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't have your respect? And the reason I name those guys is because majority of the time, those guys are available. It's those list of guys that I pointed out and just said, no one could ever say that they cheated or disrespected the game. No one could ever say that. No one. No one will ever say Jokic cheated or disrespected the game because he's always available. He's always putting on the show. The same with Steph. The same with the same with Giannis. The same with even you could throw Jason Tatum in there and Anthony Edwards. So it was just to me, I thought it was a little over the top just because y'all finally starting to figure it out with y'all new format. And kudos to you because they got everybody watching hockey right now, right? They're competing. But I'm saying they're competing.
Yeah, totally.
But they had to fix something to get to this point. So don't try to shit on the NBA like everything was just fucking peaches and cream for you 2 or 3 years ago. That wasn't the case. That was my take on it.
Well said.
I'm going to take a deep breath here, and I'm going to get ready for the trolls. Nostalgia is killing the NBA. The 90s basketball, Michael Jordan and Kobe, was not as clean as y'all think it was. Y'all forget that Jordan left the league for 2 years. Y'all forget that Kobe, rest in peace, quit on his team in the playoffs and did not shoot the basketball. So all this Kobe, Jordan, oh, he's not this, he's not that. That is propaganda. Stop. This is why. Now, here we go. I'm going to start. I'm going to try to keep it together. Every great player, whether that's Ant, Wemby, Braun, Steph, this, that. They compare him to a motherfucker 40 years ago. The rules weren't even the same. They were not even the same. I don't know how many times y'all don't really watch 90s basketball. Y'all did not watch. Y'all were 12. Y'all were 9. Y'all were 8. You were not really watching basketball. I asked my son, who's 14, to watch a basketball game. You know what he watches? Oh, look at this guy score. You're not really watching help side defense. Who's doing this? What is this rule? What is that rule? You're not watching. Nobody celebrates these new people. So why the fuck would anybody want to be the face of this league where you're going to get shitted on every network for not being somebody from 40 fucking years ago? It's ridiculous. It is unfair. Braun is one of the greatest players ever to play. Stephen Curry is one of the greatest players ever to play. Giannis is one of the great. Jokic. And you know what we do? We talk about fucking Michael Jordan. We talk about Michael Jordan. At a certain point, guess what? Yes, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Wilt. Thank you, Kareem. Thank you, Isaiah Thomas. Thank you, Bird and Magic. What the fuck are we doing? They win chips. Oh, we talking about, you got to win a chip to get talked about. They win chips, and you know what you do? You shit on them. Motherfucker wins 3 MVPs. You know what y'all talk about? How he likes horses. How about he's cooking every motherfucker from America? This is crazy. And all people do on all these networks, including my own, you shit on the game. You want to know why? You don't really watch all the teams. You only watch the good teams. You don't talk about fucking Detroit and Jalen Duren and fucking, God, I can't even keep going. Dude, Houston.
You have to. You are on a heater.
Talk about teams that are doing things right. All this superstar era shit is over. The card cap called a second apron, it's over. Teams are going to take over. Why do you think all of a sudden after the All-Star break, John Morant, if you're not willing to be the face of a franchise and do what they're saying, if Luka could get traded, all y'all motherfuckers could get traded. You remember what Denzel Washington said after training day? I'm going to put y'all motherfuckers in Pelican Bay. You better get in line. There's no superstar unless you are willing to abide by a team. You're not getting a supermax anymore. Have you heard anything about Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown? No, they got the bag. They got the big bag. And then guess what? They won also. Hi, Hendricks. Stop.
He had to come down because he was feeling that. What is happening?
I'm a fun dad. But anyways, listen. There's no such thing. There's no one player that is going to win you the league anymore. And guess what? You're ducking that smoke of being the face of the league. Guess what? You're going to duck them checks too because teams aren't going to be able to pay you. It's the truth. Think about it. They're moving Brandon Ingram. You ain't the man. They moved Luka Doncic. You ain't the man. They're talking about moving John Morant. You ain't the man. Now Giannis realizes, oh, shit, I need to go to a real team where we have a real chance of winning. This is not the same era.
It's not. No, look, teams are not on 3-year plans no more. It's a year-by-year basis. Luka just changed all of that. It's a year-by-year basis. Like, all that, it's the plan. Maybe Dallas, right? But OKC go hit a spot in a minute where they're going to have to make some hard decisions. Same with Memphis. You cannot have 3 max players. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Here's another thing. Last thing, I need to get back to this point. I respect all analysts, but you have never, not once, not one time, ever seen Perk go on TV and try to talk football at the highest level or throw shit on football. I just don't. Basketball seems like it's the only sport where guys from other areas.
Get a damn battery for the beeper. Get a damn battery for the alarm. That is the blackest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I know that's you, Perk.
What?
Your fire alarm thing. Just change the battery.
It's that's what that is? I just moved in this house. That's what that is? I was wondering what the fuck
right now. That's the blackest thing you could ever do, Perk, unless you were eating like pig's feet and hog's mugs and
I didn't even know home still had fire smoke alarms. But look, here we are.
Here, back to you. Also, can you tilt your camera up? I want to see your forehead.
Oh.
There we go. Thank you.
Hold on. Let me try this.
I am rolling right now.
Right there?
That's good, yeah.
So everybody's heard the damn beep. It's killing me.
So look, here's the thing though. Like everybody feel like they could fucking come on and speak on basketball. That bothers me. And you know why? I'm at fault. Shannon, you may be at fault.
No,
Allie, you ain't at fault. Allie.
I'm not at fault.
Hold on, hear me out. Because at times when we have to criticize the players for their play, I think that opens up the door for a lot of other individuals to be like, hey, y'all come on in. Y'all step on into this basketball world and be able to criticize guys to the highest level. And I was sitting there saying to myself, this is fucking ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I just wish people would just stay in their fucking lanes, man. Because that was just bad. Because I didn't know the hockey ratings were just through the fucking roof. They got a problem over there too.
Mm-hmm.
Burke, here's my thing. I think he has, when you say, hey, hockey has a lot of pride. We're not the most, like if you ever go to a hockey game, which is crazy amazing, the hockey culture is amazing, right? Hockey is a very like traditional sport. Basketball now is a global, worldwide business, and they want the best of the best out there. Do you think that these players, if they couldn't just, who is going to, could you imagine if Wemby or Luka or Jason Tatum went all out, dove for a ball at All-Star weekend in an All-Star game, broke a pinky finger, right? And was done for the season when they're trying to win a chip, what would their fan base say? And let me say this secondly. Also, you motherfuckers don't forget, what did these games look like in the early 2000s? Motherfuckers was bullshitting till the last couple minutes. And guess what? Charles, Shaq, in 2010, we were second in the league, most three-pointers in the league. You know how many three-pointers we shot in Phoenix? 27, Perk. They were like, oh, you can't win. You can't do shit. You can't do this. You're not doing that. We went to Western Conference Finals and lost basically on a like a crazy air ball. Kobe was out of bounds. That's neither here nor there. And then Ron Artest got the ball. And so every year that somebody shoots more and more threes, because the league is becoming more proficient, players are more skilled, they don't like that. You want to know why they don't like that? They don't actually watch the game. Oh, why is this game bad? Well, if you're a bad team and your players don't have the skill to get by a good defensive team and you're down 8, how's the best way to get back in the game? Shoot the three-pointer. It's just logistical. It's logistically makes sense. It isn't pretty to watch, but this is what your kids are working on. And if you're good, I go to more high school and junior high games now than I ever have. My son's in 8th grade. If you score twice in the post, they double team the shit out of you every single time. Do you want to go through that double team, or do you just kick out as you were taught? So post moves, get in the post, get in the post. Guess what? You know who's double teaming you? Not a 6'1" dude, a 6'7" dude. But y'all don't fucking watch that. Who's double teaming Sengun? Oh, Amen Thompson? Oh, Dylan Brooks? Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about? Watch the game. The game is actually where it's supposed to be. We have to adjust and adapt. We have to give the defense more opportunities to be special. Then you'll like the game. But at least celebrate these kids for working on shit that, guess what? Mark Price wasn't shooting threes. Isaiah Thomas wasn't shooting threes. Okay, let's keep going. Larry Bird wasn't shooting. Oh, your favorite, Magic Johnson? I'm like, Kaya. But are they amazing? But there's evolution to a game. Stop shitting on it so much. It's not cool anymore.
Super 4 Panda said Perk and Channing are preaching. Sound like pastors.
Hey, someone said, plate and hit that subscribe button.
Someone said, as Channing, you were on a rant. They said, hand him a Prozac.
Ooh, I don't even know what that is. What is Prozac?
Can you please get your phone out and show them how passionate? I think that you two are the most passionate about things. And when you have something to say, by God, you guys are going to make sure that you say it. And you both took the angles tonight that were heavily addressed. Channing had to write out his thoughts because he was so passionate.
But I'm with you though. And then the last thing is like, oh, the NBA soft. I'm like, listen, we can't fight. We can't fight because the last time Draymond put somebody in the headlock, everybody was like, oh, kick him out the league. So, yeah, like guys can't throw hands. Imagine if guys were able, imagine if in the NBA, you were able to stop the game for about, 90 seconds and let guys just go at it. What would that look like the next day?
What?
No, I'm asking.
Could you imagine if Big Beef Stew punched Trae Young in his mouth and broke his jaw for a month? What would happen? Do people forget about Rudy Tomjanovich? We're not on ice, you dumbasses. We are on motherfuckers are from the hood. They will knock your fucking jaw off quickly. And he making $200 million and you're fucking with the product. I don't care if you sell halal food, burgers, chicken, car washes, wine, whiskey or weed. You cannot fuck with the product. Okay? You cannot have a dude as big as, like, let's say Gobert gets hard hacked by Chris Paul and he, boop. What? We're not on skates. My son played hockey. I understand it's harder to punch. That's why they have to grab each other and punch. So all that fighting makes sense. I get it. You can't do that on a basketball court. Somebody's going to die. Somebody is going to die. It's ridiculous. What do you want?
It just, to me, I don't look. That message today just seemed a bit personal. You know what I mean? It went past like, oh, let me give my take on what's the separation between NHL and NBA, and it just at the end it started to get too personal. It's like, all right, bro, direct shots. Like, come on now. So if you're not MJ and you're not Kobe, you don't have his.
So you don't shoot every time and then tell your team catch them fucking rebounds.
You don't have his respect.
I just think that's so you don't watch basketball. You don't fucking watch basketball.
But you're
missing out. Let's be real. Skip LeBron. You're missing out Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Kareem, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan. And let's be real. You love Kobe, and guess who got to eat on his time? Tim Duncan was eating. He didn't lose 30 games in his career. 32 games in his career. 33. So he won 50 games every year in his career, and you're saying somebody else dominated that era? Stop it. Austin Reeves, you know what?
Proving you wrong. Making you stop in your tracks, Channing.
He got Austin Reeves
maybe a second half season guy.
No,
not familiar.
Because you was trying to treat Austin Reeves like a puppy.
No.
Big dog.
He's not a puppy.
Like one of those Frenchies that Perk is selling over there.
He's a big dog. Went out there and gave you a 30 ball.
Blazers only down 4, Allie. What do you want to bet?
What did you say?
Blazers only down 4.
Another pair of red bottoms.
No, we ain't doing that. That crushed my Venmo. Hey, I do haircuts for a Venmo. Come on now.
Okay, a case of wine. A case of wine with some freaking swag from Chosen.
Oh, I'll get you some swag. How about that? Swag, or you got to buy a case of wine?
Swag, or I got to buy a case of wine?
Yeah.
That doesn't even add up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Doesn't. Not even close. If it's aloe, you can send me some aloe.
You're sponsored by Nike, Allie.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Karl Anthony Towns right now?
I was actually just looking at he had a big night. Even though it was against the Bulls. In overtime.
Are the Kings the Bulls of the West now? What are y'all doing? What?
You're right, though. 32 and 18 for Cat.
Bro, that game went into overtime, bro. Like, no matter how you want to slice it and dice it. One thing we can say about the Bulls, don't look at their record. But if you come in thinking that you can't get your rest, that you could go out the night before and play against them, you got the game fucked up. They're going to compete. They're
very mid. They're the most mid team in the last 10 years.
We know that. I'm just talking about when they get between the lines, Shannon. They're going to compete. They're going to compete. Hey, let me tell you something, though. Giannis and Doc Rivers, they ain't fooling nobody. Because I've been searching. I've been looking. I did not see the moment where Giannis went out for injury during the game before the All-Star break. Did y'all?
No.
I didn't see that. So all of a sudden, he plays a few games going up into the All-Star break. Then he sit out 2 or 3. You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden, after the All-Star break, he's back.
Oh, nobody gonna say anything. Ooh.
They played that well. That's all I'm gonna say. They played that well.
And guess what? He gonna play his ass right to South Beach. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
You also let a 23-year-old tell you though that he didn't feel like there was enough time in the format. So, like, let's be honest. Like, I don't like. Giannis,
nobody
Bron.
cares. Hey, Allie,
That's my point, Channing, is like they're not going to call out. Why would they call out Giannis?
Okay.
Like,
Dude, nobody
but
cares.
you're right, Perk,
Anthony Edwards and Giannis can say, man, fuck the All-Star game, and Bron can go, yeah, I don't want to play. And they'd be like, yo, Bron, you're trash. That's why Jordan is better. That's why you're not my GOAT. Kobe would have never done this. And, they played in every single game, and and you're like, okay, just the glazing is getting overdone now. Full Krispy Kreme glazing of 90s basketball. Please go to YouTube before you go to bed and watch a full 90s game. It's going to be 86 to 89, mad mid-ranges. The 3-second lane was on the other fucking side. It's all one-on-one. The guys could be successful at 6'2", 6'3", which isn't realistic in this game unless you are uber athletic. It's just not even the same.
Before you go to bed, go to YouTube and hit the fucking subscribe button. That's what you do. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Listen to Perk. Look at your little hosting duties. Add it to the resume.
It feels good that I could say this on this platform, because when I heard about they don't want this or they don't want that, and then I heard what KD said about like, well, what do you get? What do you get? Like, what do you have to do? The thing is, and let's be real, this ain't that league anymore. This ain't that league. If you aren't that guy, more owners are going, are you a Steph or Bron? Nah. All right, I could get 3 medium U's for you. So you either got to embrace it and roll with it, or you got to get moved.
Listen,
that's the truth.
Even if you're paid, you got a 1-year window to showcase what you're capable of doing. Otherwise, your ass is out of there. Ass is out of there. I don't even look. I'm to the point now. I'm so frustrated with the New Orleans Pelicans because I don't get why they're holding on to Zion like they are. At some point, you got to move on.
No. But hear me out. I thought about this. I actually thought about this before we got on. Put that devil in your smoke detector, motherfucker.
No, that is going to be a social clip, by the way.
Put the what?
The double A battery in your smoke detector.
Shit.
Perk, how high up there is it? Because that's how I battle with some people.
It's not that high, but fuck, I don't even see the motherfucker.
So you just
it's in the hallway. Listen,
hearing that beep and just not thinking anything.
You keep Zion, you keep Herb Jones, you keep Trey Murphy. If somebody has a number 1 pick, you can go, what do you want from our team? Just hear me out. You can go, what do you want from our team? Let's say San Antonio. Let's say Chicago. I got Zion, Trey Murphy, and Herb. I'll trade you, whatever you got for that. And so you keep it because right now you're not getting what you need back. You need somebody that is going to embrace the city, that is going to galvanize this new era of basketball. What happened, Allie? Y'all losing?
No.
It's 102-106 with 25 seconds.
Damn it.
Lakers.
Hey, okay.
By the way,
did not.
Ron and Austin Reeves have 70 points of their 106.
Yeah, Austin Reeves isn't an all-star caliber player. I got it.
Yeah, right.
This is after the All-Star, Allie.
No. You good, though. Before the All-Star, I could have sworn he went for like 45.
He did. Without Luka and Bron.
I've seen worse players get 50.
He's got 3 of his career highs this year.
Can I have a moment to say this?
Yes.
I don't know if we've seen a more engaged LeBron James. He is 130% in with the Lakers organization right now. He is committed. By the way, he got this. What he got? 38 tonight.
Yeah.
Just on the back-to-back.
38, 8-4, 35.
On a he's playing on a back-to-back. People may be like, "Oh, Perk, what you mean? Why are you making a big?" It's a big deal. It's a big deal. That means, one, he's committed to JJ Redick. He's committed to his teammates, He's committed to Rob Pelinka. But shout out to the Lakers, because guess what? The Lakers done everything in their power to make sure that LeBron James is happy. Rob Pelinka, what'd he do? You want JJ Redick? I seen y'all on the podcast. Damn it, here we go. This the man you want? We got you. Him and Jeannie Buss. Damn it, we drafted Bronny, right? We could go back and forth on whether or not he was supposed to be. I don't care about that. We're gonna draft Bronny, and we're gonna guarantee him some fucking money. We're gonna guarantee him money. Then on top of that, you want to top it off? Guess what we're about to go do?
There we go.
Hi.
All right, go to bed. Go to bed.
You want to top it off? Guess what? I know AD your dog. I know y'all won the championships together. But we're gonna go get your international superstar. So just like Jimmy Butler gave life to Steph Curry and Draymond Green, Jimmy got Draymond talking crazy right now. But that's his belief. We watching Luka do that for Braun.
Yeah.
I think Luka go add more years for Braun.
Yeah.
Man, the man is playing on the back-to-back in Portland. 38
without Luka.
Without Luka.
Mm-hmm.
You tell and look.
It's the air out here is better. The air out here.
About.
It was a great day today. No rain. 53, amazing. It's extra oxygen. You pay for this in Vegas.
Allie.
Yeah.
Channing, you won a championship with Braun.
Yeah.
Allie, how long is it that you've been covering LeBron?
Since 2014.
Huh?
Since 2014.
Okay. So,
wow.
Okay, I've been knowing the motherfucker since I was 16 or 15. Here's the thing.
Damn, Unc.
Look, here's the thing. We know when LeBron's not happy, how he could act. That motherfucker is happy.
Touche. I agree with you on that. There is a new energy, a revitalization. There is a bounce. Can you guys hang on? Well said there, but 1 second. I play college basketball for you in the comments. Just don't come at me. Why can it be so fucking hard to get the ball inbounded?
Guys, they don't teach people to. Okay, so Coach Olsen in college taught all our guards. You have to start at the free throw line and you walk them up. And then you get into their body, and we would drill that almost every single day. Nobody drills that. Nobody drills that. If you want to catch it, and you also have to run the baseline. If you can run the baseline and throw it in, nobody runs the baseline. Nobody knows these rules because their fundamentals are trash.
And also, Coach, he didn't fake a foot injury. He's had the injury since Solomon Hill fell on it 4 years ago. Walk away with your
phone. I thought you were talking about college basketball. Sorry, what?
No. Good coaches and great coaches, they actually go over the little things like how to take the ball out of bounds in the NBA. In the NBA.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, Doc Rivers, he used to put 10, 15 minutes on the clock and will work on out of bounds plays. Great coaches still teach fundamentals in the NBA. If you're the worst defensive rebounding team and you give up offensive rebounds, guess what? Your ass gonna do a box out drill at practice. People may say, Perk, you tripping. Y'all know I'm not. They have box out drills that you would do in practice.
Yes.
If you're turning over the ball and not getting back on defense, guess what? You would do a transition drill in practice. You would do if you don't know how to set screens, if bigs are not setting screens, you will start practice with you running up, learning how to set a fucking screen. And if a coach if he's pissed off enough, the coach actually gets in the drill and challenge you as a player and test your heart.
For sure.
Like, people, like, that shit
coaching
never get old.
More now. What Perk is saying is coaching matters more now than it has in the past. Now, it's been amazing, right? There's been some amazing runs, but now coaches can't just say, I want to run a play because I have superstars. You got to really fucking coach. Coach Dagnall in OKC, man, I talked to him for 20 minutes. I said, what? How do you do what you do? He goes, hey, and I said this on different podcasts. He goes, we have a structure of what we want, but they're allowed to like what is the word? They're allowed to kind of like when you make something up on the fly,
Adjust.
based on what'd you say?
Adjust on the fly.
I mean, ad lib on the fly based on who's doing what and what they know. And then each game, we start to learn which players like to do what or who can do what based on, because all my guys are dedicated to film sessions. So they know if you post up Case and Wallace, they're going from the baseline on this guy. Like Lou Dort will come wherever he's at, and then everyone rotates. But it's not a set thing. It's that what the players know when they're out there. So these guys are like AI, learning as they go and growing, almost like a college team. That's why their defense is nasty, because they go, yo, this guy is really good. Let's say it's James Harden. I'm going to send him left to Lou Dort, who's standing right there, and then we're going to switch, and then I'm going to rotate to the other corner, blah, 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 blah. But, dude, these kids and these defenses and coaches are amazing nowadays. It's the good ones are great.
Yeah, there is still coaching to be had, is what you're saying. It looks like the Lakers are going to pull this off. We've talked through 2 games now. You guys are amazing. The next game might be Denver Lakers on Saturday. What are y'all doing?
Oh, I'll be in Eugene.
And where?
Oregon.
Eugene,
In Oregon.
Oh.
But then I got to fly to Atlanta on Sunday morning at 5 a.m. But
You
my
guys
kid
do-
has a tournament. I got to drive him. And my girls have a tournament here, so I'm missing my girl stuff to drive my son 3 hours south to Eugene.
Well, take your iPad.
That iPad.
See you Saturday, brother. Just take your iPad.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for speaking so candidly, truly, on the topics that you did. I thought this was amazing. We will dive into some Knicks thoughts. Do you guys have any before we wrap this up?
Stop playing your players 46 minutes, motherfucker. You dumbasses. Dumbass. What are we doing? It's the same thing every year. It's the same thing every year. Oh, this injury, that injury, this. Look how good your team is the first 50 games, and they motherfucker break down like a bad car with no gas. Like, it's crazy.
I cannot.
They're dying. They're dying out there.
I don't know what the hell Richard was doing in our chat, and then he didn't want to join, but here we are. Like Big Baby Sports said throughout our chat session, like our host Kendrick Perkins said, who needs to fix his smoke detector, hit the like button, subscribe, join us for our live.
That motherfucker's still beeping. It's still beeping. I'm gonna
We're not going to be able to not hear anymore. You guys are amazing. We love you. Thanks for chiming in. We'll see you next time.
Good one. See ya.